thy kin.
Exactly, but you see what? These blessings, it's going to be hard to receive so much blessings, being cursed and being as a nation. This is as a nation, all right? Because what we're seeing right now, okay? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 30. What we're seeing right now, right, is that the world has been given to the hands of the wicked, all right? Read this.
105,
15, yeah.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 105 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
Saying, touch not mine anointed, and do my prophets no harm.
So look, the Most High is going to have a hedge around the ones that fear Him and keep Him. Give me Psalms 33 and 18. All right, He's going to say, touch not mine anointed, do my prophets no harm. Deuteronomy 30.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 33, verse 18. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear Him, upon them that hope in His mercy, to deliver their soul from death, and to keep them alive in famine. Our soul waiteth for the Lord. He is our help and our shield, for our heart shall rejoice in Him.
Our heart shall rejoice in Him.
Because we have trusted in His holy name.
Exactly.
Let thy mercy, O Yahweh, be upon us, according as we hope in thee.
Praise thee, Yahweh. This all praises to Yahweh, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh, Khan. Yeah? Khan.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessings and the curses which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether Yahweh by power shall drive thee and driven thee.
So this is saying, once we've gone through the blessings and these curses, right, and we call them to mind, all right, we're calling them to mind to you now, brother, that we've gone through the curses, okay? Have you read any of the curses to the brother?
No, just read the blessings.
We're gonna have to read some of the curses. Let's talk about Deuteronomy 54, 28, 54.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54.
Your curse, brother.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother,
Exactly.
and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Now in this case, she left you, all right? But this is a situation, single parent household. Now she's there with any other man looking after your children, man, all right? Which she shall leave, all right? Yeah? And then read some more of the curses. Read the eagle. The scripture of the eagle's eye. Yeah.
49.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
And remember, the eagle was that when we read it in the book of Obadiah, the eagle is Esau. All right, the eagle uses Esau uses the eagle, innit? And then Judah uses the lion, right? And then Benjamin uses the wolf. All right, we are the righteous on this side, right? The right hand side. The left hand side is the damn Edomites. All right. The swift as the eagle flieth,
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Exactly. Alright, they're a nation whose tongue that we don't understand.
Brother, to show us that we were saying with there's no booze, no using, no music. Like Brother was saying. That's how they used to groan, isn't it?
There's no J.
There's no J, there's no U, there's no O.
There's no F.
That's how they were the cave dwellers. And they call us, but that's their language.
We don't understand
We don't understand that.
We don't understand grunting and groaning.
Yeah.
Alright? We don't understand the yabba dabba dabba.
Even when you see either man drunk and they're trying to talk, it's groaning. You
Yeah,
can't
Scotland
understand.
just came the other day to the
Exactly.
In violence of the earth.
But they all understand each other, but no, we can't understand them. So that's it, isn't
Alright,
it?
so look, at the end of the day, alright, read that again.
Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse
So
1.
we read you some blessings and we read you some of the curses, okay? Alright? That's biblically showing you that you're the Israelite of the Bible, bro. You're fitting the understandings that we have been taken, put into captivities, alright, on ships and stuff. Alright, that's our nation, yeah?
Right. And it shall come to pass when all these things come upon thee, the blessing and the curses,
Blessing and the curses.
which I have set before thee,
Yeah.
and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether Yahweh thy power has driven thee.
Yeah, you've driven us to England, London. This is where we've been driven, but we're waking up in the land of our captivity.
Thou shalt return unto Yahweh thy power, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I have commanded thee this day, thou and thy children, which with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that then Yahweh power will return the captivity and have the compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whether Yahweh thy power has scattered thee.
It's the same thing. It says, once we understand, that's the same as the Baruch. That should be there. Is it? Oh, it's even there. Yeah, it's the same as the Baruch. It's the same as Corinthians 14 and 21. It says how it's going to always get us if we remember ourselves and we call upon his name. Alright? That is when we get redeemed. Alright? And then read verse 7. Read verse 7, really.
Verse 7.
Deuteronomy 30 and 7.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 7. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
So they're going to fall on the enemies, man. That's why when it says, we shall be evil, I shall be evil towards each other. That's why they've had all their kingdom. Now iron is separated from the clay.
And Satan cast out Satan, isn't it?
Satan's casting out Satan. And then it's going to be destroyed with the rock of the great millstone. That great millstone is the Israelites. Guy with Yahweh Shai as our army leader, general, king, to come and tell us how to move, man. But he wants his hands on the Israelites first, because the judgment shall begin at Israel. So he's going to start slaying Israelites, then he's going to start slaying Edomites, then he's going to start gathering the chains of the Egyptians and the Ethiopians. Like, we've been breaking it down to you. You've been here for a bit. We've been showing you the order and the way these prophecies are going to happen, bro. We don't know the time or the hour, but we know, thus saith the word, it shall come to pass, bro. Alright? It shall not return unto him void, bro. Alright? So, yeah.
And on them that hate thee.
So them that, even Israelites, they hate the Messiah, bro. They hate the Father, bro. Alright? Because if they loved him, they wouldn't be keeping up with Babylonian customs. We will cry aloud week in, week out. They see us week in, week out. We tell them about the sins that we can see with our eyes. We don't talk about sins that we can't. We don't know what you're going to eat later on. So we're not going to tell you, yo, bro, why are you eating them jelly beans? When we didn't know you was eating jelly beans. You had to confess your sins, right? There you go. That is what we do. We only speak about the sins we witness, all right? It's a sin to look like a damn dolly, man. All right, putting doggy hair in your head, like that's stupid, man. All right, and it says don't follow the multitude to do evil, isn't it? That's the evil people following the multitude. So look, envy not thy oppressor. That's the testimony. All right, that's a commandment and a statute. That's a statute that we shouldn't envy the oppressor. So, bro, at the end of the day, yeah, fear God, keep His commandments. Alright? And then the curses that were on us are gonna pop onto the heathens, man. Pop onto the other nations. And to the ones that have already felt the curses, man. That's a two-time loser, man. Like, we don't want to be in slavery now and then be in slavery again. We want to come onto the right-hand side where the sheep are, man. Get me that in Matthew 25. We ain't read this in a long time. Has anyone got precepts? Alright, Matthew 25. Or 31. getting this in a bit.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 31.
My favourite scripture.
When the Son of Man shall come in his glory,
Yahushai, Hamashiach, Malak Shah, Malak Yam.
and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory.
Malak Shah, Malak Yam is King of Kings. Alright, he's going to sit on the throne of his glory. Alright?
And before him shall be gathered all nations.
All nations are going to be gathered, alright?
And he shall separate them one from another.
Alright? Separation. There's not no, oh, he's the God of love and peace in the whole world. No, there's separation. Alright? Absolutely.
As a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats.
So a shepherd got his staff in his hand. Alright? He says, I'm coming with a sword in my hand. Alright? To divide the nations, man. Where's that one? It's where there's, I come not with a sword. I come not to bring peace but a sword.
That's
Hold
what
that,
I'm
hold
looking
that.
at right now.
Put a pause on that. Matthew 24, I think.
Think not that I've come to set peace, but sword.
Yeah. Bring that one out quick, things. The brother.
34.
34? Okay. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 34. Think not that I've come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword.
Exactly. Alright, so he's come not to bring peace but a sword. Alright, yeah, leave it on there. Yeah?
And he shall set the sheep on his right hand.
He's going to set the sheep on the right hand side. That's what we said. That Jude Jacob is the right hand side. Alright? And what?
But the goats on the left.
And then the left side is going to be the other nations, the heathens. Okay?
Would you say the sword also is like a metaphor for truth?
Oh my gosh, the truth is that the Israelites are the sword. The word is the truth. Get me that in Jeremiah. That's powerful, bro. Very powerful, brother, man. Give me that the sword in Isaiah. Isaiah 49:2. Yeah, Isaiah 49:2. Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 2. And he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword.
He's made our mouth like a sharp sword.
In the shadow of his hand hath he hid me, and made me a polished staff. And in his quiver hath he hid me.
Exactly. You know, like the sword is in the shaft, and in the quiver, like there is fire. Alright, he's got the brings it out. Alright, that's how we are. That's how the Israelites are. Understand? We're in the team. That's why we got our sword in our nice shot. You know?
Yeah, quick precept on that one, yeah? Hebrews 4:12. This is the book of Hebrews chapter 4 verse 12. For the word of power is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even the dividing asunder of souls and spirits, and of the joints and of marrow.
So he's made our mouth like a sharp sword. The Bible that we speak, is a sharp sword. That's why you notice we don't speak anything of our own tongue or vain interpretation. We use thus saith the Bible with the precepts to interpret. You see, like we didn't go and bring up some dumb philosophy of what a sword is. The Bible says that the sword is the Bible, and he uses our mouth to speak the Bible. That is what cuts people up.
And is a discerner of the thoughts and the intent of the heart.
So when we speak the Bible, it can discern if what we're saying from the Bible doesn't go with your spirit. They're like, nah, I can't hear that. Bro, your sword is sharp. Because imagine we can sit here and stand here with you for how long, and you're still here humbling, taking heed to the scriptures, bro. You're not taking heed to us, you know. You're taking heed to the word, bro. Alright? Bring that one out, bro.
This is the book of John, chapter 8 and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
You see that? I think this is man that just likes me. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free, bro.
That's right.
When you hear this word, you're set free, brother. Alright? We want to untangle the shackles off of the brains, bro. That's what we says we need to what's that thing when you say we need to what is that saying we say? We need to break, yeah, we need to break the stronghold. We need to break the stronghold.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, break the shackles. Yeah, so there were strongholds on you, King. And when we break them strongholds, now you're set free, King. You can go from here and then you say, yo, link up with the brothers, you've got the number there, you've got the channel there where you can learn the things on the channel. All come back every week with the King James, bro. Come back, set up, find out where to get the fringes and you know what I mean? Set yourself up spiritually. You know what I mean? Get me that in a week, put on that shit.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh.
So look at this, bro. The Spirit that got you up here, standing strong, standing firm. Alright? You understood partly that you was an Israelite and you knew in part, but once you know the parts, alright, then you drink the milk. You drink the milk until you're ready to start drinking the heavy wine and then the meats, alright? Then you start building yourself. You don't want to just stay on the milk stages. You want to know how to build yourself in this spiritual warfare that we're in. Alright?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 51 and 17 first, or go straight to 52?
Go straight to the awake.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 52 and verse 1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city.
To wake up, yeah? Because, like it says, put on thy beautiful garments. These garments are not just carnal, like not just spiritual fringes and borders and blue, or any carnal garments, right? Or it's the sinful, you got to be righteous garments, alright? And that righteous garments is the law, statutes, and the commandments as well. That's considered as a garment, alright? Like we said in Genesis, put away, when we say put away your strange gods and put on that new garment, alright? That's what Jacob told his son, isn't it? This is that new, the garment is laws and the scriptures, alright? And doing so as well. Rehearsing, like you see niche, alright? This is a commandment that we wear the niches. It's a commandment that we're wearing the epods, alright? Me and brothers wearing the epods. It's a commandment that we're out here, bro, alright? To be on the highways and the hedges, alright? The chief places of concourse.
For henceforth there shall no more come unto thee the uncircumcised and unclean.
Alright, and being uncircumcised is unclean because it creates all sort of Jews. Alright, and uncleanness, isn't it? Alright, you don't want to be uncircumcised as Israelites. You want to be as clean as possible. Alright?
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach.
That's why we said we need to bring the stronghold, you understand? And that stronghold is obviously, when you use the word, alright, that is the war that we're in. The war we're in is to break the strongholds of the minds of our people. Because in Deuteronomy 28,
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 28. Yahweh shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
Our people are mad and blind and there's an astonishment of heart on them. Okay? That's why we need to come out and get our people out of madness, out of astonishments. Alright?
Out of Egypt.
Out
That's
of the
what really
mindset of Egypt, exactly. Yeah, spiritual Egypt. Alright, give me the Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. Joel 3. Hosea 5 and 9.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
Proclaim this among the Gentiles, prepare war.
Wake up the mighty men, that all let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords,
So now we are told to beat our plowshares into swords.
and your pruning
So-
hooks
so-
into spears.
So we need to make spares. So like plows is like what you do to farm, alright? Yeah, so now we need to make them weapons. Before, remember we said that the plowshares are gonna be turned into the swords are gonna turn into plows. And the spears is gonna be turned into pruning hooks. This is the other way around. That they're gonna be turned into weapons. So now what we're saying in Joel chapter 2 verse 15. It's alright, the give us the honey, man. Get the honey, man.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 15. Blow the trumpet in Zion.
Blow the trumpet in Zion. Right now we're sounding an alarm in Zion, waking up the mighty men. Alright?
Sanctify a fast.
So sanctify and what?
Sanctify a fast.
Sanctify a fast. Alright?
Call a solemn assembly.
Call a what?
Call a solemn assembly.
This is a solemn assembly. Alright? This isn't a place where you see, we're not no clowns, we're not jumping up and down. We might, to the people, we might seem like clowns. Alright? We might say a little theatrical, get a little bit of a banter, but we are a solemn assembly. Understand? We're serious people. Alright? We're chosen Israelites that want to get the northern kingdom over here, man. We want to get the other tribes over here. We're not just 3 tribes. Alright? We're not just Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. There's Reuben, Issachar, Simeon, Gad, Zebulun, Issachar, Asher. Alright? Manasseh, Joseph. Yeah, bro. Yahweh. Banyamya. Alright?
Gather the people. Sanctify the congregation. Assemble the elders. Gather the children. And those that suck the breast.
Those that what?
And those that suck the breast.
Okay, and what breast is this talking about? Alright? This is talking about the one in give me Isaiah. Alright? Right, you finish that. Give me Isaiah 28 and 9. All
Let
right?
the bridegroom go forth from, of his chamber, and the bride out
And
of her cloak.
The bride.
Closet.
The bride. Who's the bride? Zion. We're the bridegroom. We're the married unto him. So that's what we do. We're gathering our people, blowing the trumpet, telling them, come join the solemn assembly. Alright? The 12 tribes of Israel. All of the tribes. Alright? We want the southern kingdom. We want the northern kingdom with us as well. Alright? Some of us could even be northern kingdom. Let's not even be that. You know what I mean? We might even be northern kingdom. But who knows? I've got the pride right there. Oh.
I was just looking at that, innit?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
Exactly, the same ones that are weaned from the milk, drawn from the breast. That's the breast he's talking about. To understand doctrine.
For precept must be upon precept.
So that's what we're doing. We're using that. We heard a precept in Joel, we heard a verse in Joel, we're going to another verse in Isaiah. Alright? To understand what weaned from the breast means. Okay? Go on, bro.
Precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. Here a little and there a little.
Here a little, there a little. Brother, get me Songs of Solomon chapter 8 and verse 1.
Songs of Solomon 8 and 1.
Then I have to do study. Songs of Solomon. Put that box.
This is the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 8 and verse 1. How beautiful are they, are thy feet with shoes.
Songs of Solomon 8 and 1. 8.
Oh, no, Salakia, I was in 7. Salakia. Songs of Solomon 8 and 1. O thou that would as my brother that sucked the breast of my mother.
Exactly, so look at that. You're gonna think, well, how come this telling me to suck the breast of my brethren's mumsy, like? You understand? That doesn't sound right, innit? Anyone tells you that, you'll be like, wait, what's man talking about? Suck the breast of man's mums, like. You're gonna think that's not What are these Israelites on, man? I'm done with these Israelites, man. Telling me to go suck his mummy's breast, like. Wouldn't you seriously, like? Read that again.
But it's like there's layers to it.
There's layers to it.
But it's about comprehension.
Comprehension, yeah? Alright, second Ezra. Chapter 13. Read that again.
Oh, that thou wert as my brother that sucked the breast of my mother, when I should find thee without and would kiss thee, yet I should not be despised.
Exactly. He's talking about kissing, man. He's talking about sucking the breast of mothers, weeping.
Verse 2, I would lead thee and bring thee into my mother's house. Who would instruct me? I will cause thee to drink of spiced wine and the juice of my pomegranate.
Yeah, so look, that's saying, alright, all this stuff about how we're gonna be in the house of our mums, kissing that man and drinking the breast. Like, if you was carnally minded and you read this, you wouldn't understand a damn word it's saying. You're just reading without having understanding of this Bible, right? And we're going to give you understanding of what the breast, we just read it. The breast is wisdom and knowledge, all right? The mother is understanding and wisdom.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 55. Thy life hast thou ordained in wisdom, Salakia. Thy life hast thou ordered in wisdom, and hast called understanding thy mother.
And has called understanding thy
mother.
Your understanding is your mother. So when it says you get the sucking the breast, it's talking about making you come to my, like basically making this brother come over here, chill with us until we break it down precept upon precept until you get understanding and knowledge. You understand? That's why when people read the scriptures, they don't understand because it's not been given to them to understand. It's been given to certain brothers and sisters to understand the scriptures.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 29 verse 29. The secret things belong unto Yahweh our power, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law.
Acts. Yeah, what that's saying is there exactly where it says on the tin. It's only been given, the secrets has only been given to them that fear him and keep his commandments and pray for the wisdom and understanding. Some people don't pray for it and ask for it. That's why I was telling you, bro, it's good that you pray chapter 8, Acts chapter 8 and verse, start from 28.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 8, verse 28.
No, start from 26.
27. And he arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia and Eunice.
So this is Philip, okay? Philip, was going and found a man of Ethiopia, yeah?
And Eunice.